Good morning. Happy Monday. It's the last full week of September, and I wanted to spend this week focusing on meal planning and prep. This is a huge topic, and the reason why I can't just occasionally post about it, which is what I've done in the past, is that if you really want to meal plan and prep, you have to just go for it. And so I'm even stumbling over my words because I don't know exactly how to make this work for everyone. Because here's the thing, I don't meal plan. My coach does. She swears by it. And she's constantly telling us in my other group that I'm in to meal plan and prep. And I think that people think it's a holy grail, and for some I think it may be, but for me it's not. Okay, so here's the thing. I actually do my own version of it. So what I should do is just share you what my version is. And that is keeping an inventory of what I have in my fridge, my freezer, and my pantry. Keeping a running tally of what needs to be, so that's like a list of like main ingredients. I don't keep a list of like everything. I keep a list of like what's fresh, what needs to go, things that might be available, or options. Because when I see them all laid out, I can be like, oh, that's a meal. Kind of like the video I shared yesterday of the lady. I just randomly found that video, but watch it if you haven't watched it. And then also, so I have the list. I try not to keep anything in my house that is going to be challenging for me to not eat. And I know that's harder if you don't have, if your spouse or your partner or your roommates or whatever are not on the same page as you. I'm not sure what to say about that. Do your best and try to get them on board, but don't be pushy, because nobody likes a pushy person when it comes to food. So don't keep stuff in the house that you aren't going to be able to say no to. And that's just setting yourself up for success, because when we have triggers around us, we are more likely to fail. And that is not because we are weak or because we aren't in control or we don't have control or we aren't perfect or whatever. It's just that we're human, and that is totally normal. I mean, it's just the way it is. So you're setting yourself up for success rather than setting yourself up for failure, if that makes any sense. And then otherwise, I just do what's considered like salad bar meal prep, where I shred a bunch of carrots, I shred some cabbage, always make sure I have like bins of greens on hand. I always have my core things on hand, and I so rarely ever make recipes. Like, it's super rare. I've been wanting to lately, just for some like extra inspiration, to change it up, because we kind of always eat the same thing. And that's okay. But, you just have to figure out what works for you. So just like with working out, you're not going to figure out meal planning in 1 week. You're not going to figure out what works for you and your family in 1 week. It's not going to be, it might take you a month, might take you longer. It just depends on how you decide to go through it. So basically, in the top, if you're on the main page of this group, there's a little spot called files, and I have uploaded a boatload of files for you guys. Some of the files I made myself, and they're links to Google Docs. And then the other ones come from our program called the Ultimate Portion Fix, which is the mother of the portion container program. So there's blank templates, there are resources for your kids, there are a few recipe ideas, there are tally sheets, there are blank grocery shopping lists, there's a lot of stuff in there. I uploaded a boatload of resources. So what I'd like you to do is to look through them, but don't get overwhelmed. Because I think the most important thing to do is to clean out, is first to clean out your fridge, pantry, and freezer of the things that you don't want to be in your house anymore. And then keep an inventory, make an inventory of what is there and is working for you, or that is available to you to make meals with. It helps for me to like, I don't need a fancy breakfast. I just know I need protein and a carb and my shake. And that's what I do. I don't decide that ahead of time. I just go with what I feel. And that's why meal planning doesn't really work for me and my family, because we just kind of like to eat what we want to eat at the time. And we just know that we need to have X, Y, and Z. We need to have a protein. We need to have this many veggies. So that's how I approach it. And you really just have to figure out what works for you. You know, if dinner, I don't know. So that's that. And then, bear with me because I'm trying to figure this out. Essentially, you just have to start building your confidence with this and with anything. You know, you're not good at it at first, but like you figure out what works for you, and then you keep doing that, and you keep doing that, and you keep doing that, and then you can add to it, right? So first, just understanding what you have, and then shopping for the things that you need, and then sticking with those things, and then recalibrating. Okay, this is not, and then, you know what I mean? And then this isn't working, so let's fix this, or whatever. But going at it, thinking that you're gonna have it all figured out immediately is a good way to fail. So I think that's it for today. I'm gonna share a podcast about discipline that I listened to yesterday that I really, really liked, because she was able to articulate what I rarely can articulate about anything, but mostly about discipline. So give it a listen. It's kind of a 2-part podcast. I would suggest listening to the whole thing, but I think it's really great. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. Let me know how I can best serve you. I'm here for you. I'm rooting for you, and I want to help you do the best you can and to help you reach your goals. So let's do it.